So in last week's SEO Action Items episode, we actually talked about a technical SEO audit and how part of that is constituted by your on-page site optimization. In this week's episode, we're actually going to dive into an on-page SEO audit and talk about the different processes and checklists that every on-page SEO audit includes. I'm Sean Martin, the Growth Marketing Manager here at Directive Consulting, and here's SEO Action Item, Episode 3. Before we get started with actually going into an on-page SEO audit, you have to remember to prioritize which pages of your domain you're going to optimize. It may be tempting to comb through every single part of your pagination and make sure every page is as optimized as possible, but that's really just not reasonable in terms of time. You actually need to make sure that you're optimizing the pages that are already generating traffic and conversions, because those are the ones that really matter. You're also going to want to make sure that you approach each site optimization goal with a clear hypothesis and clear test parameters. This is also going to take time into effect, just like the last tip, because you don't want to be blindly optimizing and blindly implementing new strategies without knowing if they're working or if they're improving your traffic, hurting your traffic, or any of these different possibilities. For example, we wanted to see how the copy in our page titles would affect our click-through rates. So to test this, we actually altered the copy in our page titles. We dropped our brand name and replaced it with a parenthetical incentive that users could see a clear benefit for them and why they should click on the link. This actually increased our click-through rates, and you can see more about this test in a related video that we'll link below. Hey, get to the actual tips! So in terms of actually getting started on your on-page SEO audit, your homepage is always going to be a good place to start. This is going to be the center of your branding and a lot of the benefits that you offer your different users. And we actually have a video that you can watch on how and where to start your on-page SEO audit. But for the most part, your homepage is going to be the center of your domain, so starting there is always a good idea. But it's not as important as your service pages. That's because your service pages are where your users are actually going to be spending their time on site and actually combing through your copy and your content to see how you're actually going to benefit them with your services or product. So you need to make sure that each of your service pages are properly segmented and targeted for the users that you're aiming for. For example, if you have a blended SEO approach or a blended search marketing approach that includes SEO and PPC and content marketing, you should have service pages for each of these subdomains and target each of them to very niche users in that industry. A great way to do this and to make sure that your service pages are properly keyword oriented is to comb through your verticals and to make sure each box is checked. What I mean by that is that each of your titles, your H1 tags, your meta tags, and your alt text are all oriented around the right keywords for your specific pages. Along with making sure that all of your tags are properly aligned with the right keywords, you should also be guaranteeing that your copy and your content are properly targeted for your keywords. Each of your service pages should really be limited to one primary keyword per page, with different semantic variations to make sure you adjust for certain relevant content that your users might be looking for. But number one priority is you're avoiding keyword cannibalization. Keyword cannibalization occurs when you have multiple pages within your domain that are actually overlapping for the keywords they target. This is kind of a conflict of interest for your pages because you want each of them to rank as high as possible for a given keyword, but they can't if they're competing with one another. So you want to make sure that you don't have any overlapping keywords, but you are targeting semantic variations for each of your pages to get a higher relevancy score. These are just a few of the checkpoints that we cover in an on-page SEO audit here at Directive Consulting. You can actually check out some of our other content by clicking on this button and visiting our site, or you can check out some of our related videos on our YouTube channel. Either way, make sure you check in next Friday for our 4th episode of SEO Action Items, where we'll be checking on tracking and reporting. I'm Sean Martin, Growth Marketing Manager here at Directive Consulting. Good luck.